we're at camp.
Okay, good. Now bend in left. Step down into your outside to lower your right shoulder. That's better, good girl.
Neck. Super. Neck. Good. Yeah, lovely.
Oh, is that?
They're both gone.
Uncle Gareth's better than me, and he doesn't even know that.
Right guys, welcome to this week's vlog. Bit of a rush to start, but we're at camp. Yeah, at a little vendors camp for the weekend up at Cheffings. So first up, Casper and I have a dressage lesson, which I'm just getting on for because I literally thought, what's the point in arriving early? I'll have this afternoon to unpack and get him settled. We do have pretty sure it's a show jumping lesson later. Might be a reading cross country, I can't really remember. No, I think it's show jumping lesson later and then a reading cross country lesson tomorrow morning. And then there's a little show jumping competition tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, I am here. Casper's travelled really nicely. 1 second. I'm rushing about a bit because I wanted to get on early so that I can just wander him around for 5-10 minutes first. Sorry, this is a really rubbish angle. I've been absolutely shocking at packing. I haven't brought any food with me. So I might have to ditch the trailer and go and grab some food in a little bit. Actually, that's a massive lie because I keep food in here. So I do have some soup noodles and we have some soup. I want that for lunch. Oh, Casper's not tied up, so I'm hoping he's not about to break his bridle. He's got his new fluffy booties to wear. They're only fluffy around the edge, so they look really cute, but they're not too hot. Anyway, I'm going to get on and go to dressage.
And then the way to stop him being on the forehand and downhill is to make him bring his hind leg under his body a bit. Okay? So to do that, you need to slow everything, well, not slow, and shorten everything. Okay? So you give him time to close his body and time to step under it. So he wants to just go down on his face, lean on his hand, and let his foot be up.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now bend in left. Step down into your outside to lower your right shoulder. That's better, good girl. And then just move them away to your inside leg to step to the right leg. Good. Okay, go large. And ride him straight down both reins. Close the left rein against the river. Good. Step down into your right toe. And then make him a bit rounder in your right foot. That's lovely. There we go. Right, down this long side, wrong flexion. Inside hand slightly lower, keeping them round, and then leg building off the practice stride. Yeah, good go. Sit left. Good. Yeah. Straighten him, lift and close your inside rein, and then the middle is now. Left as you feel that hind leg step under it. Soften. Soften. Yeah, super good. Okay, then straight. Definitely say looking at him that he could be definitely good. Good. Right, got this out. Super. Now a little bit of wrong flexion to the short side. So when you flex in, you slightly lower the other way to make him round. Good.
Dressage lesson all done. Annoyingly won't have got much on video because my thing died and it was also at a really bad angle, but I'll put a couple of snippets in. But it was a really good lesson. I'm just going to take him back, wash him off and put him in his stable when he's getting water buckets and everything sorted, and then I'm going to go watch the show jumping lessons. But yeah, that was fab. I'll do a debrief a bit more in a minute when it's quiet. But yeah, really enjoyed that. How lovely are these stables. They're Casper's gonna have a wee. No, hang on. Not that again, now that he's not weeing, I just caught it so that his bed lasts a bit better this weekend. But they're plastic stables rather than that horrible flimsy stuff you can get. So yeah, very nice and huge. Absolutely huge. But we've also got a nice little goodie bag, which I will take back to the trailer and open. Hey? Very clever. So dressage lesson all done. I haven't actually found out Georgie's full name. I need to do that. She was really incredible. You won't have seen me did a lot of getting him sitting back on his hind end. She absolutely adored him, said he was fabulous and that I'd done a really good job. She said I was a really good rider, which was a massive compliment, because when you meet someone for the first time, you think, oh, they're going to think I'm crap. So yeah, that was really good. Really beneficial lesson. Ahead of Bicton next weekend, we focused on the movements in the test, which was, yeah, ideal. He was he showed what he can be like, which was perfect because it meant I knew how to fix it. And I've got all this week to work on it, and I need to make sure I work on it every single day if I want to have a good Bicton, and I've paid so much money for Bicton, so we need to make sure it's worthwhile. Even if we don't qualify, I want it to be the best that it can be. So yeah, really, really good lesson. We said about maybe doing another camp just before Badminton next year, because, you know, we're going to qualify. And a lot of people here want to qualify as well, so that would be ideal. Or maybe I might ask if they can do like a day clinic before Bicton 3-day at the end of September or something, because that would be, or beginning of October, that would be really beneficial as well, and just run through it all again. Yeah, I haven't really said hello to anyone because I was just sort of got on and rode, but I found this little goodie bag by our stable door, so I thought I'd show you guys what's in it, to be honest. What have we got? So we've got a little nice t-shirt from, I believe is it the event collection? Nice black t-shirt, which is great because I haven't actually bought that many clothes. Then this I am really excited for. It's the Equionice bandages. Very excited for these. You put them on when you want to cool their legs off, and they're like cool or ice boots, but they're bandages and they're reusable. They just use cooling liquid. So yeah, I've always wanted to try these, so that is incredibly exciting. Then we've got, what's all of these things? Oh my goodness. So we've got a Denji voucher and a little Denji chaff, healthy tummy sample, a Denji booklet. What is this? Oh, 10% off Equionice as well, so that's ideal. Get some more bandages, and I know Bronwyn wants some, so that would be cool. And then last but not least, some Equinate Flow for daily hydration, which is apple flavour. It's a little sample and a booklet about them, so I'm going to read up a bit more about them. But I believe it's sort of like a like what I feed Restore and I actually couldn't tell you what it is. Recovery mash, kind of like that. Oh, hello doggy. You just use a little scoop in their feed and add water by the looks of things, and helps maintain hydration every day. 1 scoop added to your horse or pony's normal feed. That's ideal because, as you guys know, I panic a lot about Casper and drinking, because when he was a baby he colicked. So yeah, whenever it gets hot like this sort of weather, he does have electrolytes in every meal, so that's something I'm looking forward to trying. Yeah, what a nice little goodie bag. And now I'm gonna go and give him some water because I haven't filled up his bucket yet, and give him his breakfast because he didn't have that this morning, poor pony. I was rushing around doing too many things and forgot to give him his feed before we left. So couldn't give it to him when we got here, so he's going to have some lunch. He's quite chubby though, so he doesn't need a feed, but I feel bad. Winnie gets a feed basically, so Casper gets a feed, but Casper is chonky, really chonky at the moment. We have not struggled with a shortage of grass, so yeah, he doesn't need a feed, but I like him. I like giving it to him and spoiling him. Anyway, this is going to be a ridiculously long vlog, sorry guys.
There it is. Still. Yeah, lovely. Now sit still. Sit still. Yeah, lovely. Leg. Super. That's it. Lovely. Oh, that's completely different. Good. Yeah, lovely. There you go.
Mode.
Yeah, good. He's actually when it's a bit spookier, he jumps neater, so yeah.
Dad, I had an absolute blast. Casper hasn't jumped properly, show jumped in quite a while since our last event. When was that? Has he jumped since then? I can't even think when he jumped last, to be honest. He hasn't jumped at home. He jumped at Hinnickham's fun ride, but that doesn't really count because they're all tiny little fun ride jumps. I don't know when we even last evented Howick, which was 3 weeks ago, maybe? I don't know. So yeah, he was a little bit rusty, which is why I put this in before Bicton, because I thought it'd be really good for him to just get back some confidence. And yeah, he felt mega at the end, taking strides out here and there. He still wasn't buzzy, but he did feel a lot better. Now it's time for a cider and a barbecue. I'm going to put Casper to bed, give him another hay net. Actually, I might leave a hay net till later because he's still got loads of hay in the stable, but top up his water, muck out his bed, and yeah, then barbecue time. So cheers. And then tomorrow we have arena cross country in the morning, and a show jumping competition in the afternoon, which will be good fun. But yeah, today's been very beneficial. I need to come and have lessons more, but it's an hour and 20 away from home. It's just quite a long way. But yeah, I just need to get back into having regular lessons, really. That's all it is. But yeah, very, very beneficial.
I want to see it go to the very top. Woohoo!
Yeah, you bought a special burger. Yeah, they're both gone.
Uncle Gareth's better than me, and he doesn't even know that.
Someone's had a good sleep. Not this side. Well, at least this side's all right. I'm gonna have to give you a little wash before going cross country, aren't we? Or arena cross country. I need to give you a good muck out. You good boy. Yeah. Right guys, I was so rubbish at vlogging the second day. People said that they filmed me and people were filming me in my cross country lesson. Good going. But but no one's claiming to have the footage, which is a real shame because Casper was incredible, and we had a jump off as well, show jumping competition in the afternoon. And yeah, there's no evidence of it. I've got some some photos of it, but sadly no one has the videos, which is a real shame because cross country lesson was really good. Casper was on top form. Casper and yeah, he felt incredible. I changed his saddle pad from the Equitex to a riser and numbnut gas, which is what the saddler had said. She said if he's not feeling comfortable because the saddle's not quite fitting him properly at the moment, and obviously the Equitex doesn't change the fit of your saddle, so I needed the riser to change the fit. And yeah, he was a different horse. I mean, obviously it was cross country stuff anyway, so he was more happy. But it was in an arena, so it was fairly similar to what we'd done in the show jumping. And yeah, he was flying, absolutely loving life. At the end, we put a course together and we jumped off the off a step into the water. And then that was where the course ended, and there was a little arrowhead. Ow! Like a knockdown arrowhead. It wasn't really an arrowhead. It was one big brush, and then there was another little brush just on the floor. And that was going into the water, and Casper decided that because I had no reins, he locked onto this arrowhead and just jumped it coming out. He was having so much fun. So yeah, we had a great second day of camp, and unfortunately have no footage whatsoever. Oh, and we did do show jumping competition in the evening. Casper had fence 2 down because I didn't give him enough leg around the corner. So I thought, you know what? Let's go for some seriously tight turns in the jump off bit. And oh my God, he was quick. He literally did it like 10 seconds quicker than other people on the most ridiculously tight turns. So that shows you I should have ridden him a bit better at Bicton, which is Bicton 3-day 2025, where he had a stop on an angle. But yeah, it's absolutely so much fun. Would highly recommend it. There is a day camp in a couple of weeks, which I would highly recommend. But yeah, gutting I didn't have enough footage, so sorry guys. Next vlog will be, it's already filmed, I've got to think what it is. Winnie on the moor. That's what it is. Winnie's first hack on the moor. Hey Winnie woo! And then there's Bicton vlog as well, which is very exciting. Good boy. Right. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Sorry for the lack of content. And don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. And I will see you next time. Casper, can you not barge out the stable?